supremacists, the White Citizens Council. Of course, the slogan, KKK, states' rights. What did Reagan talk about? States' rights, KKK endorsed them the next day. 3 days later, he was asked who his favorite politician was. He said Jefferson Davis. Head of the white supremacist slavocratic order, organized to engage in violent insurrection against the American government to ensure American democracy would never flourish as long as black people's humanity was affirmed. That was the beginning of the political ice age, where it became fashionable to be indifferent to the suffering of other people, especially the most vulnerable. It echoes of the 25th chapter of Matthew, losing sight of the least of these. And since 1980 up until 2008, we have been wrestling with this political ice age. Wu-Tang Clan puts it as cream, cash rule, everything around me. Wu-Tang Clan say what? It doesn't rule me, but rules me. Truth, justice, but everywhere I look, it's money, 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 cash, 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 status, 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 wealth, 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 market-driven ways of being, bodily stimulation, instant gratification, orgiastic anticipation. What is the result? Spiritual malnutrition, moral constipation.
That's right. Oh, wow.
Donny Hathaway and Roberta Flack had to raise the question, where's the love? Marvin Gaye had to raise the question, who really cares? Or has a love supreme that John Coltrane talked about been so subsumed by the preoccupation with instant gratification such that we lose sight of non-market values like love and justice and trust and service to others and finding joy in service to others. In the mid-60s, it was fashionable to care about other people. That's why you had the Black Panther Party. That's why you had SNCC. That's why you had Martin Luther King Jr. fighting. That's why you had Malcolm X's memory in place. That's why you had Stokely Carmichael doing what he could do, and Diane Nash and Angela Davis. Those aren't just isolated icons on some pedestal in some calcified museum. Yes, sir. Those were human beings who decided to be part of a tradition of struggle that said we're going to cut against the grain. And once the impact began to be manifest, the mainstream rewrites the Kerner.
Yes.
All right. Lord, we got a problem. Now, there's some good stuff in the report. On the one hand, it's an insult to black intelligence. On the other hand, they stumble over some formulations like white institutions created the ghetto. Now, for white brothers and sisters to say that, difficult. Difficult. What they couldn't say was white supremacy and its effects constitute the very causes of the ghetto. You see, in the same way that these days we like to talk about race rather than the vicious legacy of white supremacy. Race is a neutral term. Get to these days, Brother Obama, the post-racial candidate. How the hell did we become post-racial? Look like a black man to me. Oh, by post-racial, you mean that white brothers and sisters are willing to vote for black candidates. Oh, but no, black folk been voting for white candidates for decades. That didn't make